As we all know, radios have been around for a long time. Whether to inform us in regards to the war for entertainment purposes, such as painting a picture of a winning baseball game or filling one's house with some good music. It all started with James Clerk Maxwell, who in 1860 founded the electromagnetism equation. Later in 1873 would publish the treatise on electricity and magnetism, in which would run by a man named Heinrich Hertz, who would later put Maxwell's theory of electromagnetism into play. Then in 1895, Guglielmo Marconi found a way to send messages over long wireless telegraph distances. He, after figuring out how to do this, would create the first radio company in 1887 and cast the first public broadcast live, in which was a sport event in 1898. Thus was just the start for radio. In 1901, Marconi established the first radio company in the USA. Life was going to get a lot more interesting from here on out. With the opportunity to gain the information of what was going in the world in regards to the war and other important news reports and entertainment, America was going to have it all in the comfort of their own homes.
Later on in 1933, Americans gained more interest in politics and details of World War I. People would listen to President Roosevelt as he would try to calm the citizens and bring hope to the nation. This time was called fireside chats. Radio was a huge contributor in people's daily life of the 1990s. There was a popular radio drama back in 1938 called War of the World. A little insight on this radio drama. The radio hosted a story known as War of the Worlds, where the Earth was being invaded by aliens and snatching people up to the sky to be killed. The nation was frightened, as many people didn't know it was just a story and not an actual warning. This was a big leap for the radio, as the storytelling would gain interest to the people. The year was 1950. Technology was a thing to the future, and it started fast, as the rise of the television was upon everyone, and the radio would suffer dearly. Live picture television was a thing that many people couldn't even imagine at that time. To bring real live picture to the stories that was once heard through the radio was an unbelievable experience. It only got bigger as in 1963, the Telestar was created, in which was the satellite radio and television, which could be used nationwide to spread the radio sequences. In 1990, the digital age also hurt the radio, as it brought in a huge competitor, as the cell phones and MP3, CD players, and computers would store music on a device instead of having to listen to it on the radio and have to listen to commercials and all.
2003, online radio started to begin the new big sensation, as there were no need for boomboxes and radios, as people could just listen to the radio off of their computers.
The big question is radio dying? Absolutely not. The daily work commute of the American population is the perfect time slot for radio, especially talk shows. Although music is a major part of radio, talk shows are extremely popular. This is big for politics. For example, Rush Limbaugh arguably became one of the most well-known political hosts in the nation. Other talk shows are known for their comedy and offensive sense of humor. The Howard Stern Show was one of the first programs to push limits on what could be aired on the radio. This type of crude humor keeps its fan base thrilled and entertained. Sports talk shows are also quite popular. Call-ins on these sports shows offer fan interaction as they express their opinions. Radio has certainly developed over the years. We have applications on our mobile devices that allow us to listen to radio on demand. We have iHeartRadio. This application offers thousands of radio stations of all genres, including 20 million songs and 800,000 artists. This application is extremely convenient because it's free. Another application is Dash Radio for iOS and Android devices. Like iHeartRadio, Dash Radio is free. However, unlike iHeartRadio, Dash Radio offers stations of all genres that are ran by artists such as Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller, publications such as XXL, DJs, record labels, and brands. Creators of these stations choose to play whatever they desire with no restrictions. We also pay for quality radio. We have Sirius satellite radio. Interestingly enough, in 2004, Howard Stern signed a contract with Sirius, with Mel Karmazin being named CEO. Sirius satellite radio offers 120 channels of audio across the nation, with 65 channels consisting of commercial-free music and 55 being news or sports talk shows. In conclusion, listening to music is much easier today due to all the technological advancements. At the rate of this development, there's no telling what even greater advancements lie ahead for us in the future.